What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy Friday, September 4th. The weekend is here, and what a day of sports we have ahead of us. 5 doubleheaders, 2 Game 7s in the NHL. Game 7s. Man, the universal language. Game 7. Oh, 2 Game 7s in the NHL. NBA, we get to see Lakers-Rockets Game 1. How exciting is that going to be? Will the Rockets step up? Will they step up early? Will AD dominate against the smaller Rockets? The Kentucky Oaks, Gamine Swiss screwdriver. Man, is this... I don't know how things could be more exciting than this. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. We're packed up. Oh, did I say Swiss screwdriver, Swiss skydiver? Jeez, what's wrong with me? I did actually get a little bit of sleep last night. Swiss screwdriver, what the hell's wrong with me? It's because Swiss screwdriver has screwed me on occasion. Swiss skydiver, man, this is going to be such a fun day. We have Conor Mack joining us here in a couple short minutes to break down MLB, NBA, NHL, and we have Dutch Boy Fresh making his betting with the bag debut. Very, very, very exciting stuff. We got Buzznuts in the house. There is Dennis Garcia. It says, Queen Monomoy Girl, Princess Skydiver should be a fun day. There is Gin Rummy here, ready to go. Need to hear at least one better who liked the Angels and or Flyers. We had a couple. Ravi Patel was on the Angels yesterday. I was not on the Flyers. I was on the Islanders, but I covered that with the first period under 1.5 of plus 115 in Canucks Vegas, which I was very happy about. There's Gregory Wilson, Johnny Cook in the house, Dennis Garcia ready to get to work, John Connolly, bada boom, Buzznuts, Matt Randall with the double taint casher. Blue Jays, White Sox, thank God the Blue Jays came back. Their bullpen is so good. Zachary Matachiero in the house. Great to see you, Zach. We got focus on your bets. Gooch play today, the Giants money line. V Jones ready to go. Bay Area says, what's the best over in today's NHL action? God, Game 7s are wild, Bay Area. They're wild. I can't wait to break it all down with you, but are they ever wild? Focus on your bet says Colorado Dallas. I think it's going to be tight. We'll break it down together. There's Ostino. I've not made any bets yet. Swervin says OG. Oh my. Wow. 0.5 seconds left. Taco Fall, 7'5" of him in front of Kyle Lowry. He gets the pass away. And OG drains it like it was just business. God. How much do we love these Raptors? Let's get it, says Serious Business. There's Jermaine Chavez ready to go. Bill McHugh. Xavier Oliver back in action. There's Nilo. We got Nilo ready to eat. Nilo in the house. Great to see you, Nilo. There is Ickschnizzle ready to go. Ohio's finest. Dennis Garcia says OG saved the season. Jeffrey Renane says, Derby tomorrow, get that cash. Yes, giant Derby show for us tomorrow. I'm extremely excited about it. We start at 10:45 a.m. All of the Thoroughbred Cappers that you've been watching since we started in March doing it full time will all be rocking with us. Gas Station Sushi. We'll have Dennis Garcia in the chat. And I'm very, very excited. Very excited. Big Ragu going to be rolling with us. Mr. Ghoster, Paul Tucci, Conor Mack, who's our first guest. He'll be there. Spenny Penny Bombs, Smooth Ed. We'll have the Triple Clowns will be rolling with us. It's going to be extremely, extremely enjoyable. That is tomorrow. Starts at 10:45. There's Anthony Dalia ready to go, ready to eat. I like it. Ickschnizzle 3-0 yesterday. El Capo back in action. Shane Schwader, Rykate, Big Drew, Robert Johnson, Cordero Lindsay, Lenny Jean-Louis, M. Strohs, Johnny K says Canucks for the upset. Man, it's too bad that they have to go right back 24 hours later. It's too hard. It's too hard. All right, let's get to work. Polo this, polo that. Heat plus 390 to make it to the finals. Start plus 230. It's got to feel good. Got to feel good. Mike Wilkerson ready to go. Sage Lawrence, Art Hayes, the Dim Sum King, Leroy Flood, Ken Mizrahi, my guy Ken in business, the Czar, Buck Nasty. Buck Nasty, I've had the pleasure of hanging out with in person, both in LA and in Costa Rica. We got Buck Nasty says, Leche time. Buck Nasty waking up really early for us. Also, our two guests, both in Vegas, waking up very early to rock with us. Dean Eden, Mr. Wisdom, Walla Walla Dose, William Pawlowski. We got, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Let's call him Quickick. Just Quickick. In business, rolling with us. M. Stone says, Game 7, I'm fully aroused. Dennis Garcia says, settle down. There's Maxwell Smart in the house. I mean, come on. This is why we love sports. Because of Thatcher stepping up all business. All right, let's get to work. Get to work right now. Focus on your bets. Ready to go. Nilo, ready to go. Tony Bruscher. All right, let's go. Let's bring in our esteemed guest here, C-Mac. We're going to start with the 5 doubleheaders. We're going to get through the doubleheaders and move on to NBA. In NBA, we're going to bring in our guy, Dutch Boy Fresh. So it'll be C-Mac, Dutch Boy Fresh, and myself, and then NHL, and then put a bow on it and continue studying the horses. All right, let's do it. Bring in our guy, C-Mac in the house. Conor, what's happening, my man? You got the got to get your audio. Oh, we lost C-Mac. Okay, quick, touch and go. Little peace sign, and then he leaves us. We got Hustle Wilson ready to go. Hustle Wilson ready to go. All right, there's C-Mac back in action. All right, C-Mac, what's happening, man?
Cool. What's up, brother? How we doing? Friday. Let's get it rolling.
Friday, let's get it rolling right now.
Over the weekend.
We've got a lot of work to do. It's going to be a giant weekend of sports. Giant weekend. We got Scooty and Ricky Butt channel here. Paco Healy. All right, let's do it. Tigers Twins. We're going to start with the 5 doubleheaders. And 7-inning doubleheaders, they're tricky. We're generally kind of staying off. And there's my man Turnsey in the house, Mark Rosado, Jimmy Gomez. They're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. Those who make models and do all those certain things, they're set up for 9 innings. So let's move ahead and go through these 5 doubleheaders and then move into the other games. Let's go. Tigers, Twinkies, 70 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 10 miles per hour, out to right center. This 7-inning doubleheader is popping off shortly. Let's see what we are dealing with from an odds perspective. And the odds aren't always out for these doubleheaders, and we don't have the odds out. Oh, no. And they have Scooball now. Signed up for the second game. All right. I've got nothing there. Let me check a different book. Do you have anything for Detroit Tigers? Yes, I have here. I have Dobnak minus 170 and this total at 7. Juiced to the under. Juiced to the under slightly. These pitchers, Boyd and Dobnak, just faced each other. Remember, we capped this game 3 days in a row because it got pushed twice. It got pushed, and then finally on the third day it went. We talked about how Randy Dobnak was coming out of the Utica Unicorns and how he was susceptible to get touched, and that's exactly what happened. We broke it down nicely. The Twins don't hit lefties, 242, 657 OPS. I imagine that number will improve with Donaldson back in the lineup. Buxton is back as well, but they're also dealing with injuries to Kepler and Arraez. Kepler and Arraez just got hurt. So Tigers have their 6-game winning streak snapped. Boyd, that was Boyd's first win since 2019. 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 hits, 6 innings, struck out 6. His numbers are 8 and 6, 4.69 ERA, and 20 career starts against the Twins. He's terrible though at target. At target field, 3 and 5, 6.02 ERA, 9 starts. Minnesota is a game and a half behind the Indians, and they are how many games back from the White Sox? I don't have that right in front of me for some reason. All right. They're 3 games back from the White Sox.
Let me double check.
C-Mac, I'm surprised this is juiced to the under with these pitchers just seeing the opponents. What do you think of game one here, Tigers Twins?
I'm surprised too. Friday, Matthew Boyd day. I'm on here. We got Matthew Boyd. It seems like he's that's his weekly start on Friday. I like him getting touched here. I mean, he's allowed 6 over and 13 hits and 15 innings over his last 3 starts. So he's not going to go long. He'll probably go, 3-4 maybe in this game. These doubleheaders just kill me. Like I've always said, I don't like normal doubleheaders to bet on. Maybe game 1, which I know the lineups, and then usually game 2, they kind of put in backup catcher, it's a bullpen day. So if you're going to bet, I definitely would think of game 1, and this would be it. Dobnak's been great, pitch to contact guy, but got touched last start, 6 earned, wasn't his best day. I think he'll be better today. So I lean Twins. That's kind of just it here. Tigers have been playing solid. I've took them a few first 5s in this winning streak, which have been great. They cashed. But that would be my lean right now in this first game. Would just be the Twinkies, maybe run line. It's a tough one.
Black Rogue says these doubleheaders are crazy. I actually like Boyd. There's Boston Nick ready to roll. Coy Moore joining us. Coy Moore, it's been too long. Great to see you. Jay Seaton says bet the over. There's Mr. Gokster. What do you think of this?
I lean over a little bit.
Now, these bullpens are both good.
Mm-hmm.
So do we try to maybe turn this into a 5-inning game?
Oof.
Let's see if we have a 5-inning total here. 5 innings. And we don't.
I don't either. Yeah. On these doubleheaders, I haven't been getting them this early.
No. William Pavlowski said Boyd turning it around the last few starts.
He has looked better. Yeah. So
the Czar says Tigers don't respect Dobnak. John Conley says fade Dobnak.
Yeah. I'd lean that way in game 1. And I'd lean over a little bit. Tigers are swinging the bat a little better. And Dobnak's a pitch-to-contact guy. I don't think his brilliant start was the real Dobnak. I think he's more kind of in the middle, not that 6 runs he gave up, but kind of middle-of-the-road type guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a 4 ERA in the AL. He just came out pitching great this year, and it's been great. But you know how the season goes on. This year it's only 60 games, but over a 162-game season, you'll start to see these trends, come together where they'll come back down to earth. We'll talk about a few other pitchers later that have been like that earlier in this year, as well in this card. So
nice weather for offense too. 70 Fahrenheit, 10 miles per hour out to right center. I lean towards this over. I'm getting 7. There are 6.5s out there.
And the 6.5 is juiced. What was it, Jimmy? You have?
The Czar says Ant broke Dobnak down. Remember Jimmy perfectly. Razor Sharp says, what's going on, Jimmy Conor? Everyone, one more day until Razor Sharp's birthday and the Kentucky Derby. Over 7 to minus 105 in my book.
Minus 105?
Over 7 minus 105. JL's getting over 6.5 minus 115. It makes me not want to bet it. All right, I'm gonna come back to it. We don't know who's starting the second game. We know that it has been announced that Skubal, that 21-year-old lefty, will be starting for the Tigers. We don't know who the Twinkies are. And Robert Allen says Razor on fire 4-0 yesterday. Great job. I'm struggling right now so badly in baseball, but NBA, I still am making prop bets when I'm 17-3 in my last sides spreads in total. 17-3, hit the under in that Clips game, and I'm still making prop bets like an ass. Okay.
Yeah, I've laid off the props a little bit. I kind of like one to pick out, here and there, because I've never been a huge prop guy. And I respect the guys that can make money, doing that.
For sure.
But I'm kind of a pick and choose of everyone, with those because they drive me nuts, Jimmy, like you said, right?
Oh,
Just
so irritating.
you're winning those sides and then your props are losing. It's kind of like, yeah. So.
Yeah, and I was so close to Lowry, and then I was going to take them both, and then I cut Lowry and only took Surge. Disappointing. There's Elliott Fee ready to roll. Okay, let's move on to the next doubleheader. That's Reds Pirates. We do know the starting pitchers in both of these games. Let's talk game one and see if we got a lineup here. Move over to full game, money lines, and totals, and see what we are dealing with. Reds open up at minus 170. Wow, a huge move. They're now minus 220. 50-cent move. Let me just make sure of that here.
I still have minus 175.
Yeah, I've got minus 175. I don't know what this site's talking about.
Okay.
I got minus 175 here at Bet365. It says, okay, I'm going to stay focused here. The total is 6.5, was juiced to the under, now juiced to the over. Steven Brault has looked good lately, but again, they're keeping him away from the lineup. They're trying to not have him even see the lineup a second time. They're certainly not letting him see a lineup a third time. So he's looking good. His K-walk ratio is still bad, but 18 innings. That's it. He's pitched 18 innings. 0 home runs allowed. The K to walk rate 14 and 12, so not very good. And then what's up with Luis Castillo? 0-5, 4.10 ERA, 1.47 WHIP. Nice offense in Pittsburgh weather. 78 Fahrenheit, clear 9 miles per hour, out to straight away center. Reds bullpen 5.44 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Pirates bullpen 4.88 ERA, 1.45 WHIP. Neither can be trusted. The Pirates don't hit righties. 205, 589 OPS, and the Reds don't hit lefties, 208, 718 OPS. Votto has been rolling 9 for 20 since he got back into the lineup. So he's rolling, and the Reds are talking about how they can still get into the playoffs, and it has to start here with the doubleheader sweep. Has to start here. I wonder. Wow, the Czar says Darvish is shut down. Oh, Darvish is shut down. Okay, sorry. Darvish is shut down, meaning Darvish will shut them down. Sorry, that scared the shit out of me. All right, Reds, Pirates, Castillo, Brault. Excuse me. Are you making a move here, Conor?
I'm not. Castillo, it's an interesting game because I'd like to lean over on it, but you said both teams don't hit. Reds don't hit lefties, and Pirates don't hit righties well. And you got to think Castillo gets going, right? I mean, he's 0-5, 4.1, 1.0 ERA. He's just gotten ripped. I took the Cubs against him, 4 days ago, and they won, 10-1? Just hit like 4 or 5 homers. He just got tattooed. And with Brault, he's looked well, but 68 pitches, he's not seeing the lineup a second time through. So even in this 7-inning doubleheader, are you can he even go 3, get past 3, 4? Because I would like lean the over with these two. But both teams don't hit well, but both teams have bad pens. So it's this game's just a kind of a total stay away on my part. You think Castillo gets right? But
I completely agree. I completely agree. We have other spots on the card that are much more appealing.
Real quick though, Jimmy, if a little bit of value, if with the Pirates playing a little bit better and at that price, you never know, on a short game, maybe first 5. Or of course, it's 7 innings because the doubleheader is a pretty juicy number. So that's a look that I would lean in the game.
Yeah, I'm with Chili Dog Dooley saying Pittsburgh or nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's going to be nothing for me. Nothing for me. All right, let's go. Pirates, Reds, game 2. It's Cody Ponce versus Trevor Bauer. So Ponce, rookie. He started the second game of a doubleheader August 27th in St. Louis, pitched 5 2/3 scoreless innings. So he's comfortable in the situation. Bauer's been excellent this year. Went up against Darvish in his last start and was not better than Darvish. He's just been so good this year. But 2 straight losses for Bauer, and 7 of the 9 runs he's allowed this season, 4 have come off 6 homers, and 4 have come in the last 2 games. Bauer 2-1, 4.96 ERA against the Pirates in his career. Let's see if we've got a line out, for this. We do. It's minus 210 for Bauer, and the total is at 6. At 6, that seems low, even though Cody Ponce could be the real deal. What do you think about Game 2 here?
Game 2, I'd lean Trevor Bauer in this, but I don't like the number, right now at what it's at. And you don't know what you're going to get with Cody Ponce. He's a rookie. He pitched well. And Trevor Bauer's been just a double head. That's what he pitches. Only 7 inning games. I think he's made all of his starts have been in these 7 inning double headers. And I lost 2 in a row. Got kind of tagged a little bit. Couple homers off the Cubs. So I'd lean with Bauer, maybe bounce back spot here. Like you said, I would like the Pirates Game 1 a little bit. I'd roll Reds a little bit here in Game 2. It's my lean.
I would be if the Reds win Game 1, and they've been talking about how this is a make or break thing, then maybe you could back. But even then, the Reds, I guess, in the 7 inning game, Reds minus 1.5 is plus 110. Okay. So you can get the minus 1 line for somewhere around minus 150. Yeah, this will be a pass. Lazar said Ponce was a high draft pick and he's good. Yeah, he was a first rounder, I believe. I think in 2016. Yeah, I'm off of this. The only thing I'm still looking at is this Tigers Twinkies total. This Tigers Twinkies total I do find. I'm going to pull the trigger on Game 1 of the Tigers Twinkies.
Okay.
Game 1 over Boyd Dobnak. Okay, I'm staying off the Reds, Pirates, double. Now let's go to the Jays, Red Sox. Man, this Jays bullpen is looking good. That's not an easy lineup that the Red Sox throw out there. And they were so good. And it was amazing when you have that enormous bullpen advantage that you can be sitting there with Martin Perez pitching a no-no through 6, so I was so wrong on Martin Perez, but still thinking the Jays can win this game. Let's just get Martin Perez out, get to the bullpen, and they can win this game. 84 Fahrenheit, clear 8 miles per hour, sideways out to right. Rourke, Godley, what an ugly matchup here. I don't know. Yuck. Jays are minus 140. This total is at 8.5 in a 7-run game. And I can understand people wanting to fade Godley, but I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, well, we got Rourke in our corner. I mean, Rourke is a 1.78 whip, Godley 1.95. Rourke, 22 Ks, 15 walks, 7 home runs allowed. Godley, 24 Ks, 13 walks, 7 home runs allowed. I mean, I don't really see an advantage with the way Rourke's throwing with his velocity down. Jays versus righties, 238, 744 OPS. Red Sox versus righties, 244, 722 OPS. We have the huge bullpen advantage. The biggest advantage, other than the bullpen, is that the Jays feel good about themselves.
Yes.
And this is going to be a long day. They're going to be tired when they get to the ballpark. And the Red Sox are mailing it in. In saying that, I can't take Rourke as a minus 140 favorite. What about you, C-Mac?
Me either. There's just no way. His command right now is just no good. At minus 140, that's just, there's no way. And Godley, 0-3, 7.71. He beat the Nats, but I think he gave up 3 or he went 4 2/3. I've never liked Zach Godley. I faded him a lot, even when he was made kind of decent with the D-backs a few years ago. So I'd lean over, but it's a total pass.
Yeah, this is there's just no way. No way. Then we see Ross Stripling for the first time in the Blue Jays uniform in Game 2. I'm not sure if that's been officially announced. Yes, it has. Okay, so Stripling is at minus 135. It's in Boston, but the Jays are the home team in Game 2. And this total also at 8.5. Stripling, 12 home runs he's allowed in 33 2/3. Yeah, I don't trust Matza at all, but Matza looked better last start. This is another situation where, you know what? I like the Jays better in Game 2 than I do in Game 1. I have a feeling Stripling is capable of stepping up, and I always feel like he deals with arm fatigue, and that's why the Dodgers were always, liked him in the bullpen. I wonder if Stripling steps up for his new club here in Game 2. You want to see the lineups, but what do you think of this Game 2, Matt Stripling?
I lean Game 2, and right now, what are they at? -1, the Jays?
I get them at Bet365 at -135.
135. I like this game better as well. Watching Stripling a lot with the Dodgers. Yeah, he's had that arm fatigue. I always liked him out of the pen better, kind of long relief guy. Yeah, he's always had arm fatigue kind of trouble. And he's just his fastball's just getting rocked this year. When he mixes in his change slider, and he's got a solid curve, he's got a real good curveball. If he can mix his pitches well, yeah, I'm a Stripling fan. He can have a good start. He can give you five or six. That would be my lean here, and I might pull the trigger on the Jays here, Game 2, and maybe I'll look at -1 with it.
Yeah, I would look at -1 for sure. I would not take a -135. I would definitely look at the -1. But if you were to do this, would you wait to watch Game 1, or would you put it in before?
I think I'd put it in. I'd watch Game 1. I just would like to see the lineups at least and see who threw the pen. Who pitched in Game 1. Even though it's short, it's not like a normal 9-inning game. But I'd like to wait. You're right. I'd like to wait.
The closer Game 1 is, the better the Jays will be in Game 2. So I agree with that. If we can get to that Red Sox bullpen in Game 1 and have the Red Sox be given a chance, or even if the Red Sox win, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm probably gonna pull the trigger on the Jays Game 2 and rip in Stripling's first start as a Jay. There's Stu Boo rolling with us. Great to see you, Stu Boo. And Chili Dogs is risky to bet Game 2 of a doubleheader, but it's not if you're watching Game 1.
That's true. Yeah, and I don't like doing it at all. Me. So, but I like the lean on it, and price isn't big. We can get -1. We could get maybe even money or plus money there.
Well, we'll get plus money because they're the home team in Game 2, and the run line is at +155.
Perfect.
So, yeah, we'll get plus money. Okay, let's keep rolling along. We move on to Nationals Braves double dip, and we have the starting pitchers in both these games. Good. Okay, Nationals Braves 89 Fahrenheit, humid, 8 miles per hour, out to left field. Very offensive weather today. Let's see what we are dealing with here. Nationals Braves Game 1. Braves and Tommy Malone are -160. I mean, I know Voth has been awful, but that's just ludicrous. And Malone, after that first start, Malone's first start in the Braves uniform, he got absolutely clobbered. He got staked to like a 10-0 lead and gave 7 runs back before the third inning. Voth is being even worse. He got through 2 innings against Boston on August 30th, 5 runs and a 9-5 loss. It is third consecutive start of allowing at least 5 runs. So we know the Nats smash lefties. Why don't we just jump on? This would be the perfect first 5 if they would give us this, but why don't we jump on the over here?
Yeah, this is just screams it. I love it. I saw Voth those 2 innings. He couldn't get an out against the Red Sox. It was dreadful. And this would be an over that I would look at. Tommy Malone is just, and the Nets have been ripping lefties. So this would be a lean. Like I said, these doubleheaders, I don't love betting, but I'm gonna lean on this one here.
Well, they have a first 5 out here. It's 6 at plus money. You have over 6 and 5 innings, or get the full game at 8.5.
What do you think? I like him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is the first 5 over 6. The problem is, and this saved me yesterday on that. Problem is, I'll sit here and tell you, look, at over 6 at plus 100. But in an hour and a half, when the show's over and I go to bed, the market changes so quickly. So it saves me and hurts me. But it saved me yesterday with Yankees Mets because I wanted the under 5.5 first 5. When I went to bed, it was 5, and I was like, well,
yeah.
Okay, I over 6. First 5 over 6 here. Both pens, especially the Braves pen, can be dangerous. All right, let's keep rolling. Game 2, Will Crow up against Josh Tomlin. Crow made his MLB debut August 22nd, through 3 2/3, allowed 4 runs, 2 earned. Second-round draft pick in 2017. Tomlin, 1-2, 4.37 ERA, 1.28 WHIP. Oh, yeah, and as was mentioned by JL, Acuna is back for the Braves today, which will help offense. Nats bullpen, Braves bullpen. Braves bullpen really good. Nats bullpen got off to a bad start. It's better. Braves hit righties hard, 275, 826. And Nats don't have the power against righties as they do against lefties. Let's see. Game 2 is similar. Tomlin minus 160. And the total's a half run lighter at 8. What do you think here?
Yeah, I don't love this Braves minus 160 because the only way to go would be a -1 or a run line. And I don't trust Josh Tomlin. This is a bullpen game. He's going to go back to the bullpen probably right after the start. So this one just has a total pass for me. And Will Crow, I don't know what we're going to see. Second start, big prospect, and the minors. But this is just a total watch kind of fade for me here. I have no lean really either way. I'd kind of lean Braves, but you just can't trust Tomlin. And it's, the 7th inning makes it shorter. So that's why I'd still lean Braves in this game.
Tomlin's been pretty good this year, but I understand the hesitancy, especially the favorite. All right, let's just skip it, pass it, and then we come to our last double header. I believe it's our last double header. Good that we get into 9 inning games. That's Yankees Orioles. Debbie Garcia, the highly thought of prospect. Pedro Martinez saying great things about him. Going up against Alex Cobb. Alex Cobb with a great start to the year. Started coming back to earth here. 85 Fahrenheit clear, 10 miles per hour. Sideways in is the weather. Yankees won 18 straight over the Orioles. It's amazing at this point in the year you say the Orioles bullpen is better than the Yankees bullpen. And that's because the Yankees bullpen is being destroyed of late. They're 4-10 in their last 14 games, and the bullpen has a 5.87 ERA over that span. The Orioles aren't playing well either, 4-12 in their last 16. Now they have no Renato Nunez, no Hanser Alberto. I mean, this is both lineups are much, much weaker than they have been. Let's see what we are dealing with. The Yankees, game 1. I have nothing up. I have no line up. I'm not sure.
I have nothing up in any of my.
Yeah, nothing. Okay. So I'd be curious to see what it is just because of the weakness of the Yankees lineup and the Orioles. But I don't really trust Alex Cobb to get the job done right now anyway. So, but I do think that Debbie Garcia could. I mean, he's looked awesome so far.
Yeah.
But then the Yankees are probably going to be big favorites, and they beat this team 18 in a row. And okay, so let's pass through the Yankees Orioles double header. Okay, good work, C-Mac. We got through the double headers. Let's beat up these 9 inning games right now. We're going to move on to Marlins Rays here. Pablo Lopez against Josh Fleming. Now, I took the under in Fleming's last start, very confidently. And it was Saturday. They went up. It was these pitchers going up against each other, I believe. I think it was Lopez versus Fleming. Mm-hmm. And I'm not nearly as bullish. Remember, Fleming is the 27th ranked prospect for the Rays. For the Rays. And we're not talking MLB's 27th ranked prospect. The Rays' 27th ranked prospect. He's looked very good, but these light-tossing lefties, you'd think after you see them once, then the issue with the Marlins is they can't hit lefties. And Starlin Marte will help that, but they're only 186, 583 OPS versus lefties. Let's see what we are dealing with here. Rays open up at -140. They're now -135. And this total is at 8, juice to the under. C-Mac, first 9 inning game. What do you think here?
I'm gonna pull the trigger with the first 5 under 4.5 at -115. I don't like Lopez as much on the road as I do at home. He's really good at home. But he's 3-2 with a 2.1 ERA, 32 strikeouts. He's had real good command. But his ERA in road starts this year has been solid as well. I've always thought him like more last year as a better home pitcher, but he's done great on the road. So I saw the 4.5 and I had to take it. First 5 under 4.5. I like you said, the Marlins are a light hitting team. I'll take that all day. 4.5 on this. So
and that game last week was at home where Pablo Lopez dominates.
Yes. But he's done good on the road this year. That's what, like I just said. But normally, I like him at home as well.
I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back to the well. I can completely understand why you are, but I'm not going to go back to the well. Noli knows likes the under here. Good job getting a 4.5. There's only one left. Only one left. All the other.
I thought it'd go to 4, so I just jumped on it at -115, the 4.5. I thought it might get pushed down to 4.
Yeah, no, smart. All right, let's go. Let's move on to Brewers, Indians. Corbin Burns versus Cookie Carrasco. 72 Fahrenheit, 10 miles per hour, sideways across the diamond. Let's see what we are dealing with here in Milwaukee, Cleveland. Cleveland opening up at -145. They're now -150. This total opened up at 8.5 and is now at 8. Indians have won 2 in a row, 13 of their last 18. Corbin Burns has looked good this year for the Brew Crew. 1-0, 2.78 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 46 Ks in 32 1/3, 17 walks, only 1 home run allowed in 32 1/3. Carrasco has had this up and down season. Started spectacularly well, hit a bump in the road, and then came back with a better performance. 6 scoreless in a 2-1 victory at St. Louis on Saturday. That cost me money. I had bet against them. Brewers versus righties, nothing. 202, 639 OPS. Indians versus righties, 232, 715 OPS. This Indians bullpen lights out, 2.49 ERA, 1.02 WHIP. Reyes rolling right now, 394 with 8 homers over his last 26 games. Lindor, 395 on a 9-game hitting streak. Burns struck out 10 and 6 scoreless last out. What do you think here, Connor?
I lean under as well, but I wish it was 4.5. It's at 4, which I still like. Carrasco, he's been up and down, and Burns has been solid, like you said. I mean, he's got a nasty slider that's been working real well. Struck out 10 and 6 scoreless, and the Indians are an under team. They've had some over games lately. They've broken out. It's cost me once or twice here. We'll talk about last week. Right, the under in the Indians Cardinals game, but I'd lean under here, definitely. But that's just my lean.
So does Noli leaning under, and the czar saying this first 5 dead under.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this again. So opened up at 8.5. It's all the way down to 7.5 at some books. So I certainly missed it there. Let's see what this first 5 has done. This first 5 at 4. First 5 at 4.
Yeah. It was I'd like a 4.5. I wanted a 4.5 to feel better.
Yeah. No score first was -110 for Mr. Gokster. It's good, nice weather for these pitchers. 10 miles per hour sideways right across the diamond. The czar says Tribe will feel the burn today. I'm interested in this first 5 under. I am. Now, there's not a chance I take this at 3.5. So
no. Yeah, I wouldn't. 3.5, no way.
So we'll see what it is when I get to bet it. This has been just costing me lately. Let's see what it is at Bet365 right this very second. I'm sorry, move over to first 5s. Right this very second, it is at under 4 -115. And I don't even think I'd take it at -120. The czar says all the pro scouts love Burns. And John Garcia says Brew Crew with the worst skipper in MLB. And Christ McCray says pull it, Jimmy. And then Focus on Your Bet says if you tail the Braves in any game, tail them the second. Nats are 8-2 versus lefties, 4-21 versus righties. Okay, let's roll. So first 5 under 4 is very possible, but I'm not going to. If it's juiced more than -115. All right, let's move to Phillies, Mets, Arrieta versus Porcello. 2 pitchers that can't be trusted, 2 veterans that can't be trusted. Very similar numbers. Arrieta 2-4, 6.49 ERA, 1.56 WHIP. Porcello 1-4, 6 ERA, 1.58 WHIP. They're both K to walk rate. Porcello's K to walk ratio better than Arrieta. The Phillies are smashing right now. They're winning games. They won 9 out of their last 10, and that's without Harper. I mean, Harper is 7 for 45 over his last 14 games. For the Mets fans, Alonso's been so quiet this year. 5 for 42 in his last 12 games, but he's homered. He's homered in back-to-back. So he could get rolling. He should get rolling. Porcello, 3-3, 4.61 ERA in 7 career starts against the Phillies. Pitched against the Phillies on August 16th, allowed 4 runs, 10 hits, and a 6-2 loss. Last start, he allowed 2 runs, 4 hits, 5 innings against the Yankees. Arrieta has nice numbers against the Mets. A little worse in New York. But, man, he looked awful. Got tagged for 7 runs in an inning in the third Sunday. Is this a bounce-back spot for him? Is this a bounce-back spot? Questionable. Let's see what we are dealing with on a full game situation. Full game money lines, totals for the Mets, Phillies. Mets open up at -115 and now -125. This total goes from 9.5 to 10. What do you think of that? Are you surprised that the Mets are favored here?
I am a little bit. I'm not going to take the Phillies at +115, but I think that's the value here. I jumped on the over 9.5. It's already gone to 10. I got 9.5 at -120 like an hour ago. I took it.
Good work.
I can't trust Porcello, and definitely not Arrieta. And Arrieta can, at this point in his career, is the old Arrieta. He'll throw a great game. He'll have great command, won't walk anybody, and then he'll go back and then just, loses command, walks, 4 or 5 guys. Just, yeah, he's very, 2.4, 6.49 ERA, only 18 Ks. And Porcello, he's a guy that just I think the Phillies could rock him.
No doubt about it. This first 5 totals already gone from 5.5 to 6 at some books.
Wow, yeah, his average is 321 to opposing hitters, Porcello, this year.
It's 5.5 right now at Bet365. Probably be 6 when I get to it.
And both pens are not very good. They're doing the Phillies, I guess, a little better. Mets are better, but oof. But I like the over. I'm gonna take full game over 9.5. I got it at 9.5. It's at 10. I had a feeling it was gonna go to 10, that people would jump on it. So I got it like an hour ago or an hour and a half ago. Oh my God.
Jin Rummy got in on the Mets at -105. Nice job there. Shane Schwader says Hoskins has been on fire, doing multiple multi-hit games right now. There's Intex in the house. DJ Big Boss, Intex. Paco Healy got the OGs in the chat. And Michael Erlin says, I can never take a team total over 5.5. Maybe I should start implementing that as well. Black Rogue on the Phillies, money line at +105. Yeah, I'm going to stay off here. I'm going to stay off here. But that first 5 over is appealing. What do you think of that at 5.5?
I like it. I like it a lot. I just see runs here in this game. It's one of these Philly Mets games. Like I think of them like a 9-6 or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just runs on the board.
Otto asking if I cap for UFC. I don't personally, but I bring on UFC experts like Clint, star of the Die Hard MMA podcast, Boston Nick, those guys. All right. Jin Rummy saying don't do that. JL says I like a bounce back for Arrieta. The wind is also helpful for the pitchers. And okay. I will leave it as just a question mark, but I hear you, Jin. And Jin Rummy's projected 4 to 5 runs, not 5 to 6. All right, I'll take it off. Okay, let's move on to White Sox, Royals. 79 Fahrenheit clear, 5 miles per hour, sideways across the diamond. The Royals 14-24 on the year, 7-10 at home. White Sox 23-15, 12-6 on the road. Let's go back to full game and see what we are dealing with here. Here we go. White Sox, Royals. Opens up the White Sox at -155 and now -170. This total opened up at 9.5. It's now at 9. Brady Singer, if you study up how he got to the show, the guy's just being spectacular his whole career. Even when he was coming out of high school, he was like, second round pick, I think by the Jays too. He ended up being a first round pick. He won a College World Series. I mean, the guy just, at every level, he's been the best. And he has had a, tough start, a tough competition in his first few starts. He beat the Twins. His last start was against the White Sox. No decision. He allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, and 5 innings. Going up against Dane Dunning. One of his 2 major league starts came against these Royals. Pitched 5 hitless shutout innings against them. 1 walk, struck out 7. This is tricky trying to cap these 2 young pitchers. Do you have a feeling for this, White Sox Royals?
I feel the same way. It's tricky as well. I don't like I'm loving the White Sox. I don't like him in this spot at -160. The run line is -110. I mean, they've been hot and everything, but just this spot, I just don't love it. You know what I mean? And Dunning threw great, like you said, 5 no-hit innings against the Royals. And yeah, I don't have a feel. White Sox playing so well. Royals beat him a few times this year, and like you said, Singer has kind of just not lived up to the hype since he's been in the bigs, really. You know what I mean?
I do, but I expect that to change.
I agree. I think he will slowly do better. So it's just a spot where I got to stay off. The Sox are hot. Royals have played decent against them this year. It's not a good feel for the game. Maybe an under, but Sox has just been raking, So I gotta stay away.
Yeah, I agree. Rye Cape saying Dunning shut down Royals last time out. No hit before being pulled in the 50s on the pitch count. Viper MB, it was disappointing. Disappointing day. 1-2 in MLB. A 1-1 in NHL, slightly profitable because of the +115. And I bet more in NHL than I do in MLB. Double right now. And then NBA was 1-1, but slightly losing day unit-wise here on the show. But I bet more on the sides and totals than I do on the props. So slightly winning day there. And then I lost my NCAA football bet badly. So it was, I can't get right. All right, let's move on to Cardinals, Cubs, 75 Fahrenheit. But the Canucks beat the Knights 4-0. So, yeah. And I've been telling everybody all playoffs that the Knights aren't that good.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens tonight, Game 7.
Two
Game 7s. I can't wait to talk about it. But let's get through these baseballs so we can talk about it. We have Dutch Boy Fresh coming on the show shortly. Cardinals Cubs, 75 Fahrenheit, clear 10 miles per hour out to right field. Flaherty, Darvish. Flaherty 2-0, 1.93 ERA, 0.80 whip. Darvish 6-1, 1.47 ERA, 1 whip. 2 spectacular pitchers going against each other. Rich G, Cards, Cubs, first 5 under 4. I don't think that is still available. Let me see.
I got it.
Oh, yeah, it is still available. Wow, and it's even juiced.
I have a -105.
Yeah, it's juiced to the over. Wow, I guess because of the weather at Wrigley, winds 10 miles per hour out to right field. So I guess they're thinking fly balls are going to go out. Is that the only way? I mean, the Cardinals' offense is rolling right now, but
Darvish has just been lights out.
Yeah, he's been so good. And the Cardinals have been scoring lately, 33 runs in the last 4 games, but Fowler's out, and Bader, O'Neill, and Carlson and Thomas are doing nothing. Darvish has been spectacular, but Goldschmidt hits him 8 for 22. But even those numbers, he's just so much stronger this year than he's been.
Yeah, a little skewed because he's so dominant this year. He's such a different guy than.
Yeah.
Like the Darvish 4 years ago or 5, before the Dodgers when he had those few good years. And now he's even better than that. He's pitching better than that when he was pretty, with the Rangers. So I'm on the under. I got 2 great pitchers. You just got to take it. Great pitching beats great hitting, I think, always. I'll take Flaherty and Darvish at the 4. It's not 3.5, which it could get to. But like you said, the wind blowing out, that's probably why they have it here. But I got to take the under 4, first 5 at -105. Just got to take it. It's a value.
Arnold Luren saying, are you going to break down UFC today? I am not, but there is a live weigh-in show this evening here. So there'll be tons of UFC on the odds channel moving forward.
I think there's a little value with the cards too, plus 125 here. I'm not going to take it, but I think there's some value. They've been playing better, like you said. They've been hitting a little bit.
Czar says 333 batting average versus Darvish this year for the Cards.
Yeah, that's okay.
Jin Rummy, what is your projection here? Shane Schwader says no first five, Jimmy, no Ian Happ for the Cubs. Clearly, this market is set up for us to hammer the under.
Yes.
Set up. If they were afraid, these are two spectacular pitchers, and if the books thought this game was going to go under, they would list at 3.5. Rye Cape says Cardinals arrested. They will hit Darvish. I'd love to hear Jin Rummy's projection. Something just isn't right. Juice to the over, C-Mac?
Yeah, I know. They're just sometimes I got to look past that, and they're just both guys are just dominant right now. They're just pitching great. I think about like you're thinking about it, I just overthink it too much, and if it goes over 5, but you got to take the value. You got to like that play, right? I mean, all the rest, all the other talk right now, let's just get to the meat. These guys are both great pitchers right now, throwing the ball great. So I just got to go with that's at 4. You got to roll with the under, I think.
Our man Intex is the eye surgeon right now and might have a torn plantar muscle in the calf for MRI. Sending you love, Intex. Get healthy and get all drugged up for us tomorrow. We got a big day of horses.
Yeah.
We need you in the chat. Richard Holm joining us. Okay, I mean, yeah, look. The line. I'm not succeeding in MLB right now. I'm gonna let the line scare me away. Those of you who are beating MLB, you guys have earned the right to trust your instincts. I have not. I'm gonna leave it alone. Astros, Angels, 85 Fahrenheit clear, 6 miles per hour out to right center. McCullers versus Bundy. Houston opens up at -125. They're now -120. This total is at 8.5, slightly juiced to the over. McCullers 3-2, 5.06 ERA, 1.29 WHIP. It's a tricky guy to break down because he's been lit up in some games, looked very good in others. Bundy 4-2, 2.47 ERA, 0.94 WHIP. Had that spectacular start. Seems to be coming back to earth. Astros versus righties 241, 726 OPS. They've looked bad, but Bregman looks like he'll be back in the lineup. Will he be ready to go as soon as he gets back in the lineup is questionable. Angels, 252, 781 OPS versus righties. They hit them hard. McCullers, 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 walks against the Angels on July 31st. Bundy, 0-3, 4.91 ERA in 6 career games against the Astros. And now the Angels lose David Fletcher, who's been so good for them. What do you think here? You got a feel?
I don't like this game at all. Yeah, their numbers are good with Bundy. I mean, the total is 8.5. Angels won 2-0. Heaney threw a great game yesterday.
Sure did.
The Astros haven't kind of been up and down on the total. I'd lean to the over, but that's it. Other than that, I'm off.
Yeah, I think the Angels are susceptible here. I think Bregman could give them a boost, give the Astros a boost. The Angels now lose Fletcher. He's been so good. The Astros got off the schneid there. They weren't hitting the ball. They got some hits yesterday. Now they get to go to Anaheim. Beautiful weather. Yeah. But I guess McCullers can't really be trusted. Is that the issue that you can't trust McCullers here?
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I haven't had much success backing him, and I don't want to back him here. Price is short, -110. I have. He's 0-2 with an 11 ERA and 3 road starts this year. That's why I kind of lean that over 8.5. And Bundy is more, Bundy lately. Like he started out so hot, pitching so well. So I'd lean on that over 8.5 and Stroh's a little bit, but that's it. I'm not gonna play it.
West Coast says it's scorching here in SoCal. We know what happens when the weather's like this. The balls go flying. Now you have no Darren Fletcher. I mean, that hurts, but that 8.5 could be vulnerable here. Gorgeous weather. I mean, we saw the Kershaw start go over in gorgeous hitting weather. Robert Cherry ready to roll. And no Altuve for the Astros, says Bizarre.
Yeah, Altuve's out.
Huh. I think this over in hitting weather.
Bregman in, Altuve out. I mean, is Bregman for sure in today? Is he back?
Expected, yeah.
Okay.
As early as Friday. Maybe that should be a wait. It's going to be 90 plus at game time. We know what happens at Angel Stadium. The ball goes flying.
It does.
All right, I'm going to take the over 8.5. All right, I guess it'd be responsible to wait and see that Bregman's in the lineup. So I have to do that.
I'd wait. I'm going to wait on maybe a couple of these late ones we're talking about here.
Yeah,
but that'd be one I might pull here late,
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I need Bregman in the lineup. It's just let's not – got to be responsible here. Long shot, Louis. No, I'm in Toronto right now. Parkdale. Beautiful Parkdale. All right. The windows are closed, so you can't hear the sirens. Rangers, Mariners, 80 Fahrenheit, clear, 4 miles per hour, sideways in. Kyle Cody going up against UC, Kikuchi. The Coochster back in business. Rangers vs. righties, 202, 619 OPS. Mariners vs. righties. Oh, Mariners vs. righties, because I thought it was, sorry about Rangers vs. righties. I thought that there was, they had another picture posted. Kikuchi was just switched. So I have the Rangers vs. righties. Let me take that off. Rangers don't have righties or lefties, so it doesn't really matter. Then we have Kyle Cody, who is another tricky pitcher. He's made 3 relief appearances for the Rangers, 4 1/3. Opponents are 1 for 13 against him so far, but the sample size is so small. The Mariners have been off since Monday because of the COVID test that the Athletics, because of Mengden testing positive. Kikuchi has started twice against the Rangers last season. 104.50 ERA. He's coming off his first win of the year. Went 5 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts against the Padres. He's been facing really tough competition. I wonder if this weak competition helps him. If you look at the Mariners lineup, it's awful. The Rangers opened up as a favorite or as a pick'em, and now there's been a 20-cent move to the Mariners. That makes sense to me. It's too late for me to jump on the Mariners. Do you have a look on this?
It's too late for me too. There's no way I'm going to take the Mariners at minus 125. You don't take a team like that, 2 bad teams. You know what I mean, Jimmy? That's just – I don't think it's a smart bet to take it.
I don't either.
Pass for me.
All right, let's move on. We have – we have 3 games left. We got to get through 3 games before, and then we got to bring in Dutch Boy Fresh. We got to be fast here. All right, let's move on to Rockies, Dodgers. Rockies, Dodgers, 87 Fahrenheit, 6 miles per hour to right center. Zenzatella, much better than he looked last year, going up against Dustin May, who's also starting to get through innings. It was a problem for him before, and he's pitching well right now. Rockies bullpen, absolute trash. Dodgers won 16 of their past 17. They get Bellinger back into the lineup. Zenzatella has been destroyed by the Dodgers in his past 2-3, 7.04 ERA in 8 career appearances. But he's a much different pitcher this year than he has been. And the Rockies are somehow still in that race for that 8th seed. Dodgers open up minus 250. That's where they are right now. This total is at 9. Was once juiced to the over. It's now juiced to the under. What do you think here, C-Mac?
I'm off. Of course, everyone, all year, you take Dodgers run line, a lot of games, you're making money. You got to lay a little juice. It's minus 140. That'd be the play here. And I like a little bit lean on the over. They ripped Zenzatella. The Dodgers have always ripped him. They ripped him, I think it was August 23rd. He gave up 4 homers, 5 1/3. And I'd have a lean on the over. I don't know if I'm going to bet that, but that'd be my lean here. Run line in that.
Yeah, Sensatella. It was August 23rd, 6 runs, 7 hits over 5 1/3. All right, interesting. Okay, let's move on to Padres A's. Zach Davies versus Luzardo. Luzardo has spectacular stuff when he's on. Wow, hasn't pitched in 11 days though. They're trying to not, keep his innings down. I wonder if that hurts him. He can be so good. But the Padres 263, 805 OPS against lefties. Padres, A's open up at minus 130. They're now minus 150. And Zach Davies and the Padres open up 8.5. They're now at 8. What do you think here?
Luzardo is good, and the Padres just got shut out by Heaney last night. But I think I might pull the trigger on the Padres just because the value here. Davies has pitched well. He's 5-2, 2.61 ERA, 37 Ks. Yeah, he's kind of just been like under the radar in that staff, done well. You know what I mean? I think the value plays the Padres. I don't love it. That's another one I want to maybe think about, but that'd be where I'd go here. I don't like the Padres. You got to think the bats wake up a little bit, right? They're getting shut out last night?
Yeah, but I don't want to fade Luzardo. I've done that once, and he looked like an ace. He looked like a Cy Young winner when I did. So
that's true. I just see the value in the Pods, getting that price.
At this price, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Let's put a bow on this. We have such exciting NBA and NHL to talk about. We got Dutch Boy Fresh making his debut here. I'm betting with the bag. 1 game left. Diamondbacks, Giants. Another really tricky game because Tyler Anderson facing these Diamondbacks for the 3rd time, and he looked spectacular the first time, got lit up the second time, and now what the hell are you going to get from him? Giants open up minus 125. They're now minus 140. This total opened up at 8.5. Some books have moved it to 9. It is Taylor Clark versus Tyler Anderson. And Clark, 3rd start of the year, small sample size against the Giants. They've hit him in the past. And the Diamondbacks are just a terrible, terrible baseball team. Diamondbacks, Giants, what do you think here?
Yeah, I got to stay off this game completely. I don't want Clark. I don't want Anderson. And Clark's pitched good in his couple starts, though. But the Diamondbacks can't score runs. They're just abysmal offensive team. And, the people that were high on them, they've been horrible this year. They just so it's a total layoff here. I don't like anything.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's review our action. C-Mac, what's on your card today?
Okay, I got leans. I'm gonna these double headers. How I am with them. The Jays -1 in game 2, and the Nats first 5 over 6 at plus 100. I think I'm gonna take it. I'm not positive, but I will post them. I'm on Lopez Fleming. Marlins Rays under 4.5 -115. Cards Cubs under 4 -105. Mets Phillies over 9.5. And I'm gonna take the Padres at plus. I don't know if I can get them at 150. I'll take that as well. But I'm gonna wait. I got here all night. On that game there. I want to see how the line goes and.
I like it. Game 1 of the double dip between Tigers Twins. I'm on the over 7 at minus 105. I'm off the Reds Pirates double dip. Then in the Jays game, I'm going to make a move on game 2. Pretty simple. The only way I won't. I don't really see a way that I won't. I don't see a way that I won't.
Yeah.
I just think this is
we'll watch game 1 a little bit. See.
But
yeah. And I don't think it changed anything. Yeah, I don't think it changes anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really don't. I think Stripling in his debut for the Jays. We saw what Taijuan Walker did his debut for the Jays. Game 2, I'm going to be on the Blue Jays. Game 1, Nats Braves. I'm in the first 5 over 6. So I've got 3 plays on doubleheaders, which makes me very uncomfortable. And then Brewers Diamonds. Brewers Diamonds. What's wrong with me, man? So lack of sleep. Brewers Indians. I'm on the first 5 under 4. Even saying that out loud makes me a little nervous. 4 for Corbin Burns and Cookie Carrasco.
That's where I didn't like the 4.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just saying it out loud made me nervous. And then, oh yes, I'm on the over 8.5 in Astros Angels, but I do want to know that Bregman is in the lineup.
Yeah, that's a look too.
So just 4 looks for me on the MLB card. That's fine. I'm not running hot right now in MLB. Noli Knows has full game under there. Jimmy, 2 good bullpens. We do have a rested Brewers bullpen, don't we? Oh, but that no, I missed the line there. That went from 8.5 down to 8, 7.5. If I had wanted it, I had to have gotten it earlier. So I love that you guys are on it. Okay, there we have it. Beautiful. Now, it is time to talk NBA and a betting with the bag debut. Our guy, low bagger, Dutch boy, fresh in the house. I'm supposed to move to this angle, but I don't like. Come on. I can't have my guys that small. Come on. How can I know? There's not going to happen. We're going to go with this angle. Sorry, odds. They asked me to use that angle with you guys tiny. No. I need to see your guys' faces. Dutch boy, fresh, what up? Making your debut here. I'm betting with the bag. Great to see you, man.
Hey, Jimmy, how we doing, my man? It's good to see you. C-Mac, how we doing? Salute to you and everybody in the chat, boss. I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Dutch boy, fresh in the house, making his debut. And, man, we got some exciting basketball to talk about. First off, I'd love to hear your take, Dutch boy. Before we get into the games going on right now, I'd love to hear your take on the Raptors-Celtics series going into Game 4.
Well, I obviously think the Celtics are the best team, boss. You know, I know you're a big-time Raptors guy. Big-time shot last night by OG. You know, that was huge. But this Celtics series, I got them in 6, so I definitely didn't see the sweep coming like a lot of people thought. But I can't bet the Raptors. You know, it's Celtics or nothing for me. I did have the under first half last night, which was a little bit more of a sweat than the actual full game. But that OT looked like it was coming, though. But a big shot for OG, like I said. But I definitely see the Celtics handling business. To me, it's just eventually Heat and Celtics, you know. It's just a matter of time.
A matter of time. That's exciting. And when it is Heat Celtics, where are you going to be going?
Oh, yeah, I'm Celtics all the way. I said it before the bubble. Celtics, to me, are the best team in the East. I like what I see out of Miami, and I think it will be a great series. But to me, Tatum and Brown, and then you add Kemba to that, they're the 3 best players in the East as a duo, you know. So I really like the Celtics. I like Brad Stevens, but I do like Spo, too. He's a great coach. Those are the 2 best coaches to me in the Eastern Conference. I see them linking up, and then, of course, I got the green going.
I like it. Viper MB is the Celtics to win the championship. Let's ask C-Mac those same questions. What do you think of the Celtics-Raptors series, and who wins the Eastern Conference?
I think Celtics win the Eastern Conference for sure. I've been on the Celtics all those games and the under. Big shot, though. Just huge.
Yeah,
how big that shot is. Just a series 3-0 or 2. Now we got a series here. That was just massive. What a shot. So a lot of fun. Yeah, but at Celtics, I think, are the better team, better coach. Even though the Raptors are good and coach well, Nurse is a good coach. I'm not trying to not put him down, but yeah, I like Stevens. Yeah, I'm Celtics in the series as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about the Celtics look extremely strong. But what happens? What happens if Robert Williams' back is really hurt and you have to see Enes Kanter on the floor and we can just terrorize him?
That's a big if. Lowry, though, is he going to continue to guard Tatum? Like, Tatum just seems to do whatever he wants on the court. And then Jaylen Brown as well. Siakam doesn't look right to me. Ibaka, I don't know what the hell happened last night with Ibaka. He has played well game 1 and 2, and then as soon as I want to put some money on him, he don't want to do shit. But, you know, that's that's the way that goes.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. Dutch Boy Fresh joining us here. We got C-Mac. Let's get into it. We're talking Bucks Heat Game 3. The exact same spread we've been looking at all series long. We've had Dennis Garcia take the money line on the Heat games 1 and 2. I've, Pasafe taking the spread on the Heat games 1 and 2. And they've been really easy cashers. I know that Dennis's money line was not as easy in game 2. This total opened up at 222.5. It's now at 223 or 223.5. In the 8 seeding games, Bucks ran at a very fast pace, 106.74 possessions a game. They come into the playoffs, 102.93 possessions a game. In this series, 98.75 possessions a game, which means the Heat are dictating the tempo, not the Bucks. Will that change here? Because if I was coaching the Bucks, if I was Budenholzer, I'd be like, we've got to run them into the ground, sprint, sprint, sprint. We've got to completely change the pace because the pace that's going on right now is not working. Heat are 6-0 in the playoffs. Dragic has been a monster, 20 points in all 6 playoff games. We know he's got knee issues. You've got to run Dragic into the ground if you want to beat him.
Yeah.
No Iguodala. So
bang him up, yeah.
Is Bam going to be the one that's going to have to defend the Freak, which means Butler's going to have to help out on the Freak, which means Butler's going to focus more of his energy on defense. You know, with Iguodala out and thinking that these Bucks are going to try to run, is this a spot for the Milwaukee Bucks? Let's go to our Dutch boy fresh game 3, Bucks Heat.
Okay. Well, to answer your question, Jimmy, I mean, I do believe it is a spot. It's a must-win for the Bucks. But I can't take the Bucks. I bet Miami game 1, game 2, and I'm going right back to the well, bro. I got to take the 5.5. You said they are 6-0 in the bubble. They actually 6-0 ATS in their last 6, 7-3 last 10 ATS. That's Miami, of course. Milwaukee 5-5 in their last 10 ATS, 1-4 straight up, and ATS in their last 5 against Miami. And watching this game, to me, Miami is the better team. They look like the 1 seed. They have the better coach. They have the better players, role players, better shooters. Like you said, they're controlling the pace of the game. There's just no way I could bet the Bucks, especially at a 5.5. I just don't see it. I do think that it's a must-win for them. I do think they can win this game, but I'm taking the 5.5. I have to.
Okay, before we move on to hear C-Mac, what does Iguodala out of the lineup do for you and your belief that, and I agree with that, they've looked like the number 1 seed? What does Iguodala out do for that?
He's played nice. I think that just means a little bit more of Derek Jones, who actually I like out there, not as shooting the ball, but rebounding, playing defense, and he could play Giannis. So, and I think maybe a little bit more of Crowder on Giannis as well. He's pretty scrappy. So, I mean, I would like Iggy out there, but it's not too big of me. I got to take the 5.5. Interesting.
All right, C-Mac, Bucks Heat game 3. Take it away.
I agree. I gotta go back to the well too. It's too much. 5.5. You gotta take those points. I mean, people can do the money line. I'm not. I'll take the 5.5 again, and I gotta lean on the over a little bit. 223. The Bucks, like we were saying, it's a must win. If you like the Bucks, I take them first half.
Yeah, I like the Bucks early, but.
Yeah, if you like the Bucks, I take them first half. If you come out hot, they're gonna, they need this game. They can't go down 3-0. Right. So,
and the trends do lean to the Milwaukee first half, even first quarter. I actually took a L betting them first quarter game 2. That didn't go too well. But I just can't back Milwaukee to what I've seen. They do need to win today. I don't believe they'll get swept. I actually took Miami in 6 at plus 700 after game 1. I don't know if it's going to get to 6, but I know they're not. I don't see Milwaukee getting swept, but I just 5.5 points. There's no way Milwaukee, from what I've seen, is 6 points better than Miami.
Totally agree.
Well, I don't disagree.
It sounds like you do, Jimmy, though.
I don't.
It really does.
That first half that I was talking about, though, if you like the Bucks, I mean, coming out.
I'm going to bet the Bucks first half.
Okay, that's what I reckon.
Fourth quarter, they fall apart, so that's what I see.
I'm also going to bet the Bucks team total over.
Okay.
Because I think that there's only one thing for Budenholzer to do. We saw Nick Nurse do it after the Celtics beat us. You have to completely change the script of what you've been doing, and you can't let the Heat dictate the pace. And the fact that the Bucks are with a pace of 106 possessions a game in the 8 seeding games and 107 in the regular season. There were times where they were 108 when you went to like last 5 games pace, and now they're at 98. That can't happen. And I would look into the eyes of my players, and I would say, stop being little bitches, because that's what you're playing like. You have to dictate the pace. Don't let them bully you around. Are you guys little bitches? I'd walk up to each one and say, are you a little bitch? And if they didn't say no right away, open hand slap in the face.
Next. Yeah.
But I mean, in game 2, they shot 85% from the free throw line. That's Milwaukee. Giannis went 9 of 13. I don't see that happening again, and they still lost. So, I mean, they shot 54% in game 1. That's a little bit more realistic when Giannis is shooting that many free throws. He went 4 of 12 game 1, 9 of 13. See it evening out a little bit more game 3. And he had 29 and 10 of 18 from the field. So it's not like he had a bad game.
Yeah. I hear you. No Iguodala.
But I'm rooting for you first half for sure.
And look, I want the Bucks to be swept. I'm a Heat fan. But
I need 6.
I want JC says Bucks lose again. Dennis Garcia says much easier to slow games down. Miami built to play any style, and they have the best player on the floor. Ooh, Dennis Garcia.
Butler over Giannis, huh?
Butler over Giannis.
I mean, when it's playoff mode, I can't really argue him because when you watch Giannis, he just runs people over. He loses the ball. He goes to the free throw line. It's not what I want.
Yeah,
I feel it fall apart, you know.
And Jimmy had a bad game too. He had 13 points. It ended bad for him. Didn't end too well. They won, but he didn't end on a high note. So I expect him to come out with a little bit, a little extra juice.
Yeah, Sage Lawrence says Dutch Boy Fresh need to have this guy on here for every game. All right, I'm Bucks first half and team total over. Shane Schwader says Dragic is fire, my dude. Sure, he is. Sure. But those knees are 50. Those knees are 50 years old, 60 years old.
A little shot, and we're good to go.
All righty. There we have it. So official plays from you guys on Bucks Heat. We'll start with, and it's okay if you haven't made them yet, whatever you want. But let's hear it. Dutch Boy Fresh, official plays, Bucks Heat.
Yes, sir. I actually waited till this morning and locked it in at 5.5. So I'm on Miami plus 5.5.
Miami plus 5.5. C-Mac, official plays.
Same thing. Heat 5.5. And I don't know if I'm going to take this over. I'm mulling over it. But yeah, Heat 5.5 for sure. Lock it in.
Milwaukee Bucks team total full game over 114.5. And then the first half right now is at 3.5. You can get it at 3 at some books. And Jay Seaton says Bucks first half. He laughs out loud. And then he said, "Here, take your L." Sure, Jay Seaton. But are you 17 and 3 in your last sides and totals? Yeah. If this was a different show, I'd rest my sack right here so you could see how large my balls are. Yeah. But I won't do it.
You killed NBA, man. That's a great job, bro.
But I'm giving too much back in player props, so I can't. It's good. Okay, Let's go. Rockets, Lakers, game 1. This is going to be extremely enjoyable. Rockets pace 107.35 in the 8 seeding game, so went down to 100.65 in the playoffs. Lakers pace went up a little bit in their first round series from 101.88 possessions a game to 102.40 possessions a game. Game 7 over the Thunder. The Rockets showed a lot of good things, and Harden wasn't scoring, yet they win. Eric Gordon went 5 for 9 from 3. Covington looked very strong. And now they face such a different opponent because Adams couldn't get it done. Even Gallinari couldn't get it done. Now they're going to have to face AD, who could just, shit all over these guys. And I wonder I don't know what they're going to do with AD. I don't know what they could possibly do with AD. Sorry, Mike here. There we go. Let's see what we are dealing with. The Rockets open up as 3.5-point dogs. They are now 4-point dogs at some books, 3.5. Oh shit, that's still first half. Sorry, my fault.
Where's this at? Let me get that.
Yeah, I was like,
they open as 6.5-point dogs full game, and now 6. The total at 226, now 224 at some books, 225, 225.5 as well. Let's go Rockets, Lakers, Dutch Boy Fresh. What are you thinking here?
Okay, my man. So this one I'm gonna call the freshest look of the day. I'm all over the Lakers -6. Just what we seen last night with the Clippers and the Mavs, or excuse me, the Clippers and the Nuggets. The Nuggets coming off that hard Game 7, they just didn't have it. I almost look at it the same way. The Thunder and the Rockets had such a tough Game 7. To be honest with you, I don't think they should even be in this series. OKC lost that game. I don't really think Houston won that game. Harden looked shook. It was just not a great performance. I agree. Covington showed up. Jeff Green had a nice game. Eric Gordon finally, did his thing. So I do see Eric Gordon playing better in this series, but it's just a nightmare matchup all around. The biggest guy on the court is Covington at 6'7" for Houston. Their center 6'5". The smallest guy on the court is Caldwell Pope for the Lakers. He's 6'5". I mean, they're just too big, too strong, too talented. I do believe Russ will have a pretty solid series here. He seems to play pretty well against the Lakers. But what I'm looking for is Dwight Howard also to have a big series. I know they got in August 6th, they played. The Lakers didn't look to do too well. They didn't really focus too much on the bubble. But what I looked from that game was in 20 minutes, Howard had 15 rebounds. So I think when he plays against Houston, he shows up. And then, of course, Kuzma, he had a nice game too. He started over LeBron, had 21. So I look for Kuzma and Howard to have, pretty big games in the series, especially Game 1. But what it comes down to is AD, LeBron, and they need that third one. So Kuzma is what I think is going to be the third piece. If not, it needs to be Danny Green or Caldwell Pope. If one of those three can just show up, this game is easy 10-point win, double digits, no problem. I'm all over the Lakers -6.
Lakers -6 for Dutch Boy Fresh. Quick question, Dutch Boy. I see constantly, and we saw it again last night with the Nuggets, that this team that just finished a 7-game series is good for 12 minutes. They're just right. It happens year in and year out that the tired dog covers the first quarter. And it was just shameful that I didn't take the Nuggets first quarter yesterday. I feel like I need to take the Rockets first quarter here plus 2.5. What do you think of that angle?
I only look that way. I like the Rockets early, but then again, I look at it and I'm just like, I don't want to bet the Rockets. I don't want to have any of my money on the Rockets. I really don't. But I was this close to betting them first quarter and maybe even first half. And I thought about it. I'm like, this game should be a blowout from start to finish. I do see maybe the Houston coming out a little bit quick in the first 12. So I'm not mad at that play because it did definitely cross my mind. But then I thought, like, why the hell do I want to bet the Houston Rockets against the Lakers? I just don't want to.
I hear you. C-Mac, take it away. Game 1, Lakers-Rockets.
Totally agree. I can't bet the Rockets. No way. I got to take the Lakers -6 here. I think it's kind of a steal at 6. I mean, I like it. So, yeah, I got to take the Lakers -6. The only other thing I was looking at is, like Dutch was saying, I might take a prop because I don't take a lot of props all the time. But like he said, they need Kuzma to step up. And he would be a guy, is over 12.5 is plus 110. I might take that tonight. He needs to play well in this series for them just to coast. And another guy like Pope or Green, they need to have good nights. But Kuzma's got to be the third guy basically every night for them to win the title, or beat the Clippers. He's got to step up. So I might play that with that prop, but I'm on the Lakers -6 all day.
Man.
Let's talk about this prop market. I know we kind of skipped it in the Heat Bucks series, but this is a whole new situation here. And I always find Game 1 and 2 of series is when you can take advantage of the player prop market, less so as it moves forward. Let's go to Kuzma 12.5. That's juice to the under here, C-Mac. -130 to the under, -110 to the over. Russell Westbrook at 22.5. That's juice to the over. And AD at 30.5, juice to the under. And that does go against my rule of not taking player props over 29.5. Do you agree that Kuzma is the prop look here, Dutch Boys? Or anything else you're looking at?
Yeah, I've had a rough go with these props after Ibaka and Gallinari the last couple of days. But I definitely like Kuzma. I do. But I do think it could be Danny Green or Caldwell Pope. I think when you look at that series that Houston played, the wings for OKC could get off. I mean, even Schroeder was coming in and getting his. I just think there's just more talent on obviously the Lakers. So it's one of those three. I think Kuzma's the most talented out of the three. But if Danny Green gets hot from 3, what happens? Caldwell Pope as well. But yeah, when I look at the 3, I definitely think Kuzma. And would you say it was 11.5? I mean, if you can't get 11.5 against these guys, I don't know what's happening out there.
No, you're right. And I guess it probably was 11.5 and being hammered and was moved to 12.5 here at Bet365. That's the only reason why this under is juiced.
Yeah.
We have DJ Big Boss is on the Rockets first quarter as his big chinga play of the day.
Chinga.
And so am I. Rockets first quarter plus 2.5. I think they come out flying. I think they come out excited. Ron Walsek, LeBron over rebounds and maybe assists. Hate props, but this one is golden. Let's talk about Braun here. What are his points? Is at 29.5? I mean, I would take the under there, but you never know when LeBron's gonna, make you rue the day that you doubted him. Players' points, assists, and rebounds, or just let's go to assists and rebounds. That'll be a better one. Assists and rebounds for LeBron. He is at 20.5. What are your expectations of LeBron in this series? Dutch, what do you think?
Obviously, I think LeBron's going to get off. They have nobody to stop him. I don't like the points as much because Houston actually doubles a lot, and we know LeBron's probably the most unselfish player out there. Shooters are going to be open, so I like the assists and the rebounds. I don't know as much though on the rebounds either because they're just not that big down there with Houston. But I see him easily getting double-digit assists in each and every game, and he's going to get his. He's going to get his stats. But I probably would look somewhere else.
Just before we go to CMAC, Churchill Downs is rolling. Remember, it's Kentucky Oaks Day today. Tomorrow, we're going to be live all day for the Kentucky Derby live betting. Razor Sharp dropping his action for race 2 at Churchill Downs, 236 Exactabox, 23610 Tri-Box over at Churchill Downs for Razor Sharp picks. If we're going to go into NHL next. If you guys want to pop your horse action in the chat, we will throw it up there. CMAC, what's your LeBron expectations?
I think he plays well, but I wouldn't take that 29.5. No way. Yeah, because like you said, I just don't like it. I'm not, like I said, I don't love the props. I like Anthony Davis. Points, rebounds, assists over 44.5, but it's minus 150. Just so pass. I think he gets there. I think he has a game. I think, like you said, they're so small, the Rockets. I think he can get 15 boards easily around there, something like that, at least 10. So that's good, but minus 150, I don't love it. So nothing really on that end of the prop.
You said, is it minus 150?
I have right here, over 44.5. What do you have?
Oh, okay, 44.5. They've gone up to 45.5 here.
Oh, okay.
So minus 115. Okay. Very, very, very interesting. So both Dutchy and CMAC on Lakers full game, and myself and DJ Big Boss on the Rockets first quarter. What about from a totals perspective here? Let's see what it is at right now. It's sitting at 222.5. What kind of market movement have we had? Go back to full game. It's gone from, wow. Do I really have, did I say 225.5? Sorry, 225.5. It started at 226 down to 225.5. Dutch boy, what's your expectation on the pace and the total?
I just have to sit back and watch game 1, to be honest with you, boss. I don't like Houston's defense. They played good defense, I guess, against OKC, but I think it was more of a lack of an offense from OKC. Dort shot more than damn near anyone else on the whole team. Adams didn't show up. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know. It's hard to take an under with Houston. And I just think it's LA's pace. They run it. I'll see how they go, and then I can go more off of game 1. But I can't bet the over under game 1.
I hear you, staying away from totals game 1, wanting to see what the pace is like. CMAC, what do you think?
Yeah, totally agree. I want to watch game 1. I think, of course, the lean's the over. So like in a Rockets game, I always kind of lean over. And like you said, the only reason why those games weren't going over against OKC is just that's OKC how they play. They slow it down. They like to keep the game, low hundreds, high 90s. Throughout the year, they've been like that.
Man, they just don't have the
kind
scores.
Of an anomaly. Yeah, so I lean over, but I want to watch game 1, see how. And the Lakers can, when they play D, they can shut a team down pretty well.
And they lost game 1 too, so they should come out ready to rock and roll here. They lost game 1 in the previous series, so they've already been hitting them out. So I don't expect that to happen. I do. Hope Houston comes out a little early, puts it on them. Maybe I'll get a live play, but that 6 should be good all day.
Shane Schwader bullish on these Russell Westbrook props at 22.5.
Yeah, he had 41. He had 41 in the one game he played against them. I looked that up. It was in LA, and we know when he goes to Cali, he likes to show out. So
yeah,
it's a little different in the bubble.
All right, I'm gonna stay off the props game. It's been hurting me. It's been hurting me, and I'm gonna try to keep this roll going on. So I'm just gonna be on Rockets first quarter plus 2.5. But the more I think of that spot on Russell Westbrook, 22.5. Shane Schwader says super bullish. My dude's gonna hit. Who guards Russell? Gabriel Hernandez is on the under. He's on the under in both games, 226 and 220. What are you getting? 223.5. MMA Locker Room is going to be on the LeBron over 9.5 assists. And Jesse Daly says, if you think Lakers cover easy, I would point to an under. All right. Okay, so we're going to stay up play, but I guess the more I think, because Westbrook looked so bad in that series, maybe this is the type of series where he can step up. Ari Miller has 5 unit play on Westbrook over 22.5. He's got 1 unit on him over 30.5. Is this the perfect series for Russell Westbrook? Dutch, what do you think?
I do like Russell Westbrook in this series. I don't like him in the fourth quarter, but I think he'll get off probably 3.5 quarters. It's not the dude's right. Whoever said that, I didn't hear the name, but he's right. It's not a great matchup for Russ. I think they are going to focus more on Harden and not let him kind of get off and kind of let Russ get his. So I do see the 22.5. I don't know about the 30.5, but I see him getting 28 points.
I think that makes sense. Don't let Harden go off for 50 game 1. Don't let Harden.
Right.
I think that makes sense. Russell Westbrook drives me crazy, and I have to stare at him all game.
It might be a little too much, but I do like that look. I'm not going to take it, but I definitely think the series, favors Russ in here for sure.
Ado says Westbrook under 22.5. He still needs time to heat up. Noli knows his Lakers have trouble guarding point guards. All right, I'm going to jump in on the Westbrook. I'm going to jump in with Shane Schwader. Westbrook over 22.5 points. Rockets first quarter plus 2.5. What a treat it was to have Dutch Boy Fresh making his betting with the bag debut. We need more Fresh on this show.
Yeah, man. Fresh Fridays, baby.
Fresh Fridays, man. Fresh Fridays. Maybe we get you more.
Fresh whenever you want, though. I like it more than Friday. I'm fresh every day.
I love it, Dutch Boy Fresh. Follow our man on Twitter at Dutch Boy Fresh. And man, it's a treat to roll with you. Love it. Can't wait to be in Vegas, hanging with you in person. And thank you for your great work here on your betting with the bag debut, my man. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys, man. Much love. Take care, guys.
All right, Dutch. Later, brother.
There he is, getting the love from the chat as we speak. Dutch Boy Fresh. Love it. And he's wearing a Jays hat. Love it.
Throw that in. And he's wearing a Jays hat. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to NHL. NHL 2 Game 7, C-Mac. I don't think it gets better than this.
Yep.
So there's so many moving parts in these 2 series. It's extremely enjoyable to talk about. Let's go. And there's so much on the line. I mean, it's just as fun as capping gets. Dallas, Colorado. Colorado is sitting, depending on where you shop. Let's see what they are at Bet365 right now. See what we are dealing with for this Game 7. Minus 125 for Colorado. Puck line at plus 190. The total back at 6. When Landeskog got cut, I was extremely nervous. But I don't think that we should take too much into him going on the ice for 16 seconds. His leg didn't feel right. The fact that he went on the ice again just to check it out, they said that he escaped serious injury. I expect him to be in the lineup. But, man, is he so important. He's so crucial.
He is.
So crucial. I said that Heiskanen is the best player on the Dallas Stars, but Heiskanen and Klingberg aren't as good as Makar and Girard. And Makar and Girard, now that Eric Johnson's being injured, Makar and Girard are taking over the series. They are so good. We have so many spectacular young defensemen. I can't wait to talk about Quinn Hughes for the Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But Colorado is on their third-string goaltender. They're without Johnson. They're without Calvert, Donskoy. They're already without Johnson, and now Connor Timmins was injured in the second period of Game 6 and didn't return. Of course, Bednar is not telling us anything. We don't know what's going on. But I think Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin will be very happy if they lose. Maybe not very happy. But do you think they like being in the hub? I don't think they like being in the hub.
No.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't want them around my baby mama. And I don't trust betting on them. All right. Stars Avalanche. Game 7. Totals at 6. Avs are minus 125 favorites. C-Mac, what are you thinking here?
Man, what a series. What a game here. This is going to be. Yeah, like you said, Hutchison is in net. It just makes me. The Avs are the better team, like we said. I think they win Game 7 here. I'll take McKinnon, Makar, those guys right now. So I'm on the over. I think just Hutchison I can't trust. I see a 4-3, 5-4 game in this. I'd like to take the Avs -1, but I think I just take them -120. And I definitely like the over 6. I just got to bank on them. And I was all over the Stars these early games when they were getting a big number. I was cashing those. And I got the Avs a couple of games ago, puck line. They won. I'm going to go Avalanche here. I'm going to take the better team. They are banged up. Hutchinson scares me, but it's Game 7. It's all or nothing. It's going to be a battle. And it could go under. That's what scares me. But it's elimination game. And like Hutchinson, that's what scares me. I think the goals will be scored, just like the rest of the series has been. So I will stick with it. I'm on the Avs, -120, and I'm on the over 6.
I like it. I took the Avs to win the series -125. I mean, I didn't make it an official bet, but after Game 1, and I bet a sizable amount on it, I have the Avs to win the conference and the Avs to win the Stanley Cup. I did that late. Didn't get very good numbers. Our man Von Polo got great numbers. Our man Von Polo at the Delaware Sportsbook right now, hammering the horses. I did not get a good number. Plus 175 for the conference, plus 400 for the cup, but I just had to get in. That was before the series started. I'm very concerned about Hutchinson, but the Stars didn't even come close to him. I'm very concerned about Pavelski and Rupi and Dylan Turner asked why I thought why they don't. I don't think anybody likes being in the hub. I don't. Yeah. This is work. Often
we'll talk about it next game. Sorry, we'll talk about that in the next game. That's why. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward. This is work. The glamorous life of a sports superstar is over. I mean, it'll come back.
Yeah.
But they are working. They are working their asses off for a paycheck and getting none of the glory that comes with being a sports superstar. They all want out of the bubble. They all want out of the hub. But they're in there because they want to. Some of them want to win. And I shit all over Ben and Seguin all the time. And it's not fair. Like, what do I really know about them? So, but I think I just don't expect them to step up. Now they could. They could, but there's a reason why Ben was a 5th-round pick and not a 1st-round pick, because he's 1st-round talent. He's top 5 talent. With his height and skills, he could have been number 1 overall pick. So St. Louis Elite says Hutch will fold under the Game 7 light. Avs will try to play perfectly in front of Hutch, resulting in more mistakes. Stars Core's legacy on the line in this game. I agree. I agree with the take on the Stars Core's legacies on the line in this game. And they didn't even come close. I mean, what did he make? 2 or 3 good saves in that game?
That was it. That's yeah.
Gas
Let
station
one bad
sushi.
one in.
By the way, max betting on the Marlins money line. I'm not going to take the over. I think that the teams are going to be tight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take the first period under 1.5 because I have no trust in Kudobin or Hutchinson. But what is that? Just out of curiosity. Just plus 105. Can you imagine that they gave me plus 115 on Vegas, Vancouver, and plus 105 here? I mean, that's just shocking to me. By the way, Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play today is on the Jays. Slat says, what answer do the Stars have for McKinnon? Well, no, I think McKinnon is the best player in the NHL. I hesitated there because I thought of how fast Connor McDavid is, but Johnny K says 4-2 adds Dylan Turner McKinnon to score a goal. And St. Louis Elite 3-unit NHL play. Dallas Game 7. So there will be no bet for me in this game. I think the Avs are going to win. I have them to win the series.
You got the series, yeah. So.
And Landeskog, I really want to know he's right. I am nervous about Landeskog, but it is over his knee. It was a higher cut than I thought it was.
Yeah, didn't look. I think you'll be a go here.
Oh, the fact that he even tried to go was like I was like, oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Paco Healy says, since when does San Diego produce elite goaltender?
Yeah.
The game's changed. Game has changed. All right. Stars Avalanche. Claudio S. I would be betting Colorado if I didn't have a future on them. But I also wouldn't be bullish about it with Hutchinson in goal. And the Stars are a veteran group. They're a veteran group. Okay. Let's move on to Knuckleheads Knights. Oh, geez. I can't believe they're coming back 24 hours later. It's just absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking that they would be doing this. The Canucks tried to push it so that if they won Game 7, that they'd start again 24 hours later, and the NHL said no. Canucks are at plus 180. This total is at 6. It's now juiced to the under. What a change. I mean, let's just see what the first period under is compared to what it's still there. It's still there. Under 1.5 plus 100. Plus 110, excuse me. Johnny K says Canucks to win series. Thatcher Demko, are we asking a little too much of him? I'm worried that if the Knights get one, that the floodgates could open up.
Yes.
I'm worried. So Mr. Ghost says, how long can he do this? Now, DeBoer has a huge problem on his hands. It's all his fault. Who's he going to start tonight? Who's he going to start tonight, Connor? Who does Vegas start tonight and go?
I'd go with Fleury, but he's not. He's going to go with Robin Leonard. He's going to go with him. Don't you think?
He's backed himself in this Robin Leonard corner.
Yes. So he's got to play him, right? He's backed himself, like you said, into this mess. Unless he gets ballsy, plays Fleury, and he has a great game, and he looks like a great coach. You know how sports go.
Spenny Penny Bombs will be live on our big Razor Sharp Picks birthday, big Kentucky Derby show tomorrow. Says Fleury has to play. Dennis Garcia said they should have never fired the other coach, Gallant. No, they should never have fired him.
Yeah, I didn't think they should have either.
Claudio S says, Jimmy, I'm tailing. Give me a play Vancouver, Vegas. Claudio, there are certain spots, and look, I took the first period under 1.5. I cashed yesterday. But there are certain spots when you don't want to tail a handicapper.
Yeah.
And that's when his favorite team, and there's no second. The Canucks they're the only team that I've ever loved, and I've loved them my whole life, are in Game 7 to get to the Western Conference Final and get a chance to beat Vegas, whom, as you guys remember, I fucking despise. I hate Vegas more than any team in the NHL, and that's because of their success.
Yeah.
They've had so much success,
right.
And it's not fair. You know, when you have a team like the Canucks who've just been shitty forever. You know, we've lost Game 7s of Stanley Cup Finals. We've lit our city on fire. We had a chance to get Gilbert Perreault in our very, very first expansion draft, and instead we got Dale Talon.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I said from day one, Vegas is not that good. The Western Conference is not that good, and the Canucks have shown that. So Jake Virtanen's good to go. He's going to be in the lineup. What's your bet here, Knuckleheads Knights?
Yeah. I'm worried, like we said, I just can't take the Knights at minus 230. And I want to stay off, but I got Canucks right now at plus 200 here. I don't think Vegas, like you said, they're an older team. The Canucks are young. They got the hot goal. I want the hot goalie right now, and the young. I want Hughes, Pedersen, I want those guys tonight. Hungry. I know Vegas is going to bring everything they got, and like you said, if they hit the net, it could open the floodgates. But I got to take a value here at plus 200. The over under, I don't really know, but I'm all over the Canucks. I just got to take it. I think they want to be in the hub that we were talking about. They're a young team. Yeah. While Vegas is one of the older teams. I think they're starting to doubt themselves a little bit, and they're coming right back. 24 hours later, might as well I'm going to take a shot. Roll the Canucks plus 200.
Sure. St. Louis League Canucks team total over 2.5 at plus 110. Quinn Hughes is the best player on the ice. Mr. Gokster says hockey senses are telling me this over 5.5 will hit, and it could. Crash 99 says any update on Landeskog? Yes, I've been following it. Like I've never cared. It's so funny. I'm checking it every hour. Bednar's not going to tell us anything, so it's just a practice in futility trying to find out. But all they've said is he escaped serious injury. He tried to play. He tried to go back on the ice, which tells me he's fine.
Me too.
All right, we got Clint in the house. Says Canucks minus 1.5 at plus 500. Am I seeing that correctly? Man, I was thinking about what the Canucks were minus 3.5 last game. Let's just check it out. What is the Canucks on the alternative puck line? Wow, minus 1.5. They're giving us plus 550 here. Jesus, it's crazy. It's nuts. That's just
that could be a small bet. Look,
Ziggy's doing it. My man Ziggy's doing it. Wow. Okay, so Canucks Knights. We're 24 hours after the last game. I could see the Knights winning this hockey game.
Me too.
So, and I'm just worried that look at what we're asking for Thatcher. So 42 saves in Game 5. First goalie to win his NHL playoff debut since 1997, Jose Teodoro. Comes back with a 48 save shutout, and then has to play 24 hours later. Mr. Coach said, "I will PayPal you if this offer does not hit." Mr. Coach, I want your money to grow. Michael Irvine, Canucks minus 2 for a unit to scream at the TV. So, there's some games that you don't need money on, and this is one of them for me. So I apologize if that's a boring answer, but these Vegas fans, these guys in Vegas like our Conor Mack, they need to know what the pain of losing feels like. And I hope they feel that fucking pain tonight.
Yeah, like we talked about, because I watch them closely all the time. You're telling me the Knights all series, they're giving this minus like 215, 230. Even their wins, they weren't that great. I mean, they skated them at times, but like I said, I want the young guys right here tonight at that price. Game 7, screw it. I don't want the old guys who don't want to be there, who don't know who they want in net, who there's a big hoopla, and here in Vegas, that's all they're talking about. So give me the Canucks.
I love it, and I will cheer it on. I mean, God, if it's the Stars versus the Knights in the conference final, and I've got to talk about those two teams every night, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You got to break down those games. Stars, Knights.
Wow, Ziggy, for the Nucks at -1.5, you're only getting plus 400. It's $5.50 at Bet365. Christopher Comentini says Knights winning. I hear you, Christopher Comentini, but there was tons of guys that said that Game 6, and Demko did it again. And what we know is a hot goalie. Ask the Buffalo Sabres. Hot goalie can take you right to the Stanley Cup final.
Yep.
Because we haven't seen anything like this since the Dominator. Maybe Halak that year in Montreal. Okay, but maybe
he was pretty good there.
Ixnizzle says I felt it my whole life for being a Cleveland Browns fan. You're right. No, I shouldn't. You're right.
You're right.
You're right. That's been tough. Okay, well, so look, God, I want Avalanche Canucks. To the hockey gods, wherever you are. Okay. All right, that's our NHL. So will you review your NHL action, my friend,
Yeah.
Conor?
I'm going to go with the Avs. Better team here, -120, and I like the over 6. Just Hutchinson. Like I said, I think Colorado gets some of theirs. I think the Stars score 2 here tonight, so I'm on the over 6. And I'm just the Canucks plus 200. Beat the Knights, Game 7.
Ziggy's got Vancouver 35-1 to win the Cup. So funny. I write this whole article on odds.com in April about how bet the Canucks to win the Cup in 2021. Fuck, man. That's sports for you. I'm going to cheer like crazy tonight. Wow. Great show. Our man C-Mac, you can see here every Friday. We have Dutch Boy Fresh making his debut. C-Mac, can you review your action in all sports for us?
Yeah, starting off with MLB. I have leans, and I don't know if I'm going to make bets on both these. Jays second game, -1 with Stripling, and the Nats first 5 over 6 at plus 100. I don't know if I'm going to play both of those or not, but I will post them on Twitter. Then I'm on Marlins, Rays under 4.5, -115. Cards, Cubs under 4, -105. Mets, Phillies over 9.5. And I'm going with the Padres, plus 140. It might go up. I'm going to wait to see if that might go to 150. And I got to lean on the Dodger over 9, maybe. NBA, Heat, I got to go back to the well. Heat plus 5.5. Lakers -6. And I might take this Kuzma prop. I'm not a big prop guy. I don't know. Tonight, I think he could get over 12 tonight. He's got to be the third guy. He's got to step up. I think I'm going to play that at 110, getting plus money. And then NHL, here we go. Game 7s, can't beat it. Going with the better team, the Avs in the over 6. And going with the young upstarts, the Canucks to win it. Get those old Vegas guys, send them back packing back here. So that's it. That's my action, brother.
I like it. Good looking card. Mr. Ghostins, I think Pedersen is the best player in the playoffs. I think Hughes and Makar are the best players in the playoffs. All right. I've got Giants. Sorry. I got Tigers Twins. Game 1, over 7. In the other doubleheader I'm on is with RC Mac. I got the Jays in game 2 on the -1 line, which will be about plus 110. Plus 110, plus 112.
Yeah.
And then that is it for the double dips. The only other game 1, Nationals Braves, first 5 over 6. I like that one. And then the only 9-inning spot, as you've seen my baseball, I'm cutting down because it's been a rough go. is the over 8.5 in that Angels game. Over 8.5 on that Angels game.
That Astros, yeah. I'm gonna look at that.
And then in NBA, I'm on the Bucks first half and the team total over. I expect speed and pace.
Mm-hmm. I like that first half. I like that look.
I'm on the Rockets first quarter plus 2.5 and Westbrook over 22.5. Shane, I better come through because I hate watching Westbrook flail all over the floor. Ken Mizrahi says Big Bo Horvat hat trick tonight. Oh man! All right, and then NHL, nothing for me in Game 7. But you guys know what I want. Slat says stop the insanity, stop the props. You're right, Slats. I can't help myself. As soon as you say that, I feel my palms sweat.
Stop the insanity, stop the props.
Yeah, that's a good T-shirt, Slats. That's a good T-shirt. MMA says take LeBron over 9.5 assists, bet lunch money. No, I'm only going to do this one prop bet. Rockets now plus 3.5 first half. They better still be plus 2.5 first quarter. Okay, I got to go make these bets. Big shout out to Conor Mack. Great job today. C-Mac, will you be rocking with us tomorrow for the horses?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Derby Day, September. How about it, huh?
Yeah, it's wild. What a wild time of year. You're like, man, this is the greatest days of my life. And then you put your mask on. You're like, meh, maybe not. Maybe
I get out of the car and forget it all the time. I have to go, yeah. Grab it.
Paco Healy says palm sweats kills Corona. Yeah, it's kept me safe so far, Paco. And that's coming from a first responder. Paco Healy. Love you guys. We got no show without you guys. Jordy Norman says, see you guys tomorrow for Derby Day. Thank you, Jordy. Mr. Wisdom, Vincent Gigante. Love that name. Rude Jude. Paco Healy, Chris Brady, Mark Hunkerford, Angus Finley, Robert Allen, Andrew G, MMA Locker Room, Slats 45, Spenny Penny Bombs, Alex Ramirez. Spidey's play of the day are the word. It just I didn't even want to say them out loud. Stars plus 105 Vegas regulation time. Oh, Alex, you know I always cheer for you. Not tonight. Ken Mizrahi, Rye Cape, Chris Brady, Rich G, Claudio S. All right, so. How we're doing Saturday, by the way, we are doing a best bets show at 10 a.m. regular time, and then we move into horses at 10:45. Love you guys. Get paid in full. Conor, can you leche us out of here?
Yeah, let's get it. Leche. Hey, los bookmakers. Let's get it, boys.